I don't really have a question. I just want to listen. Um, I have been thinking about whether or not I want to keep maintaining or just go for it and lean out.
So here's the thing. When I know my clients more than you think I know, so I have to just, okay, so this is what I mean, Pavel. They don't have questions, but I know what they need to ask. Okay, so that's how it is. Betty, you're not coming to what you believe is maintaining because what you believe is maintaining is lower than it would be if you got your shit together. And I'm just saying that at the level you are with your body, it's the dream body of everyone, right? So it's not about you not being good enough, but you have your own ideals just like I do. You have gone and you want to see what you do. That means you have to stop going back on your word when you want to maintain, but your maintenance is ad libitum, a little bit here, a little there, and then read it. Then you come back to me and say, Pauline, I fattened up again. I should know, but the belly, I wanted that, but I felt lean. And then I had a refeed. I was doing it. Like I said, yeah, but all the little things add up. And one moment of 2 Hershey's Kisses on top every week, a little by little, that's how people get obese. The same thing for us. That's why if you're not in an environment to check out, you have your grandkids and all that stuff you have in your life, right? You just forget about fitness life because you're not part of the environment. You become part of it, just help yourself. And then you have the body that everyone, oh my God, you're so lean. And you're like, yeah. And then you forget. Because all of a sudden, it's so easy to forget. You have not made yourself into this with a certain routine. You're not holding on to the routine slowly. So unfortunately, it's this. If you want to maintain and build muscle, which I know you want, you have to be the most meticulous with these things every day. Because that is the only way you can eat a little bit more to see then there is not this, you're not going to find yourself with a roasted cashews all of a sudden.
Right.
There is not this defect. You have to go back on fat loss all the time because that's you. You get hungrier and then you're scared and then you go and then why am I back to square one again, right?
That's true.
And I'm just saying that you can maintain this routine you do. You yo-yo a little bit and then come back. You have a range. You are so healthy. It's like nothing that you need. But this is where you just, I don't want to be just average or I don't want to be fitness average. I don't want to be, oh my God, I'm amazing. I want to be more. That is what you are asking because look at what you have done. And that means you have to just play a whole other commitment to yourself.
Right. I feel like I have to have that mindset like I did a year ago where I gave that 7 weeks and I got the amazing results where I wasn't even as far as I am now. So I know I can really do it. Like you said, I just have to.
You have to stop wanting to be a little bit too relaxed because what happens when we want to be free and maintain, we are just a little bit fattened up in the process. Everyone tries to, I love how I feel lean. And then we just believe it's going to be taking more calories to maintain. It's almost like we think we have to stop fat loss, right? By eating more. But the difference between losing and maintaining might be 100 calories a day. Yeah. And that is based on not messing up in those little spontaneous moments. That's what I mean. If you think all the coaches just don't know, like, no, they just don't see through the same you don't.
Right. Right.
Isn't it annoying? Like, oh, why did I go back? Because now you're back to have to lean out for your own liking before you can try to maintain again. So what are you going to try this time?
I really don't know. I'm a little confused by it. Because of what I have going on this fall in my life.
What is that?
Well, my granddaughter's turning 1. My other daughter's having a baby. So I'm throwing her a big baby shower here. I know I can eat during it, but I know that I'm going to want to eat little things that I make for like the baby shower. And so, plus I'm going to be
plan there. I have a plan already. Okay. If you're going to live this life where you want to have, like a lot of you who have the social life, you want to drink, you want to go out and eat. So you have to make that version work for you. I'm saying that you're ridiculous if you think you're going to live in some kind of, I'm not going to do this until I'm ready. And then you're going to live. I'm like, okay, so you're going to lose all you built because it's another lifestyle it takes then. It's better to make it now. So what I would suggest for you is that you're going to factor in all those little treats into your plan. Make the complete plan with your regular food, what you're going to have. Make it a precise plan. Stop giving yourself, what am I in the mood for every day today? Because that is going to be the mood body. You get that.
Right.
You're gonna eat up your refeed 3,000, the fun when it's like eating up. You have to portion that out in the week. So the same calorie budget as you can maintain on. That's
Okay.
going to be a good practice. You see, you can have as a devil's advocates, but you can't mess up then after when you get hungry because you made the wrong choices.
Right.
That belly idea, right? Oh, I want to feel so good, go out here, and then, oh, I got so hungry.
Yes. I've done that.
Oh,
All right, Pauline, let's ask Kim, Mabel, or Tiffany
yeah.
if they have any questions.
Yep.
Kim or Tiffany. If you don't have any, that's fine. But Kim wants to say something. I see that.
No.
Okay, well, I can give feedback to Kim. I love work. I told Kim in a message too, because a lot of people in my coaching believe I want you to be made in 1 week and show how you can be strong. And I just know that is a new diet prisoner who just hasn't seen through it yet, because you can't live in the future. So I told Kim, I said, hey, just so you know, I know a lot of people might think that you're weak in the group. They're going to like, you should know better, And I'm like, I'm so proud of you for addressing what I told everyone. Go here, show your story so everyone sees it's the same thing over and over and over. You did that, Kim, and you're still progressing. You're still making choices, but you also know yourself. You're living through it, planning it, and you're not in a rush and making it's like, screw it. You're just working, you see when you do, and you make a new call. And that is all I'm expecting, because it's the only way to do it. And so I'm proud of you, Kim.
Thank you. I think the biggest thing with me is I haven't been this size since before my son was born. He's 24 years old now. So I've gotten to a great weight where I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good about myself. I don't see myself any smaller. And so I've just got to change my mindset so that, because I need to lose a lot more and I have bigger goals, but I've never been there before.
Exactly. And here, I wanted to give you some kind of warning that, as a lot of you are going to notice, is your mind telling you. There's a typical thing. We believe we should look or feel a certain thing at a certain weight, right? We believe we should go there. And then we come there and we're like, it's not at all how I thought. Usually when we think we're going to be leaner, fitter than we are, we have a lot more fat to lose. That's what I call the onion game, that we have to just see, you got to do and keep going, try to maintain the lifestyle. You're doing right. If you now think it's not working because you don't see it on the scale or your body, it's just premature. Like, think how long fit bodies go through contest prep, and you will get a realization that you are just fools for thinking you're going to get this done for so far short time. You have to think like this. I told Lisa when she asked, when am I going to build muscle? Lisa had made a big transformation. She said, when am I going to stop losing fat and build muscle? I said, you do that from day one. You are building muscle, burning fat as a lifestyle. That is always going to be with different shifts from one place to another. So you're going to have that too, Kim. You just have to know that you don't need to see lose. You can motivate yourself like this. You go by tape measurements, feeling, strength, everything you do, behavior. Because if you go by the scale, then, sorry, I see that you need to talk to someone there. Okay. If you go by the scale, it's going to demotivate you to keep going, because it's going to be so long before you see enough, right? Think about this. I told Lisa, you're building muscle is going to keep weight on the scale, which means you're going to be a bit bigger. You're going to feel different. That is part of the transition. So you are going to want to weigh more, because that means you're burning more calories, Kim. Losing weight makes you lose calorie burn. So then when you go back, like, should I eat more now to make sure I burn calories? No, you're not gonna. But it's good to motivate yourself that you are gonna burn more calories by sticking to this and stop blaming the scale. Keep on doing your behavior. That's what I would say. Just hold on to that.
Elise waved her hand. Elise, sorry if I mispronounced your name. But...
No, you pronounced it right. So my question was this. So it's been about 2 weeks since we have spoken, and I did up my fat intake. That made the biggest difference in the definition of my body. Definitely much better. However, the one thing I did notice, so I eat the same thing like every Monday. I eat the same thing every Tuesday, every Wednesday. I switched my leg day to Thursday. Wednesday, I always have this enormous salad, which is like a flat belly. But when I wake up the next day, I look more flat than when I eat the more cruciferous vegetables. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, you don't count the calories, right?
Not so much, but I mean, it's the same thing.
I mean, you are eating less when you have the salad. That's why you're just depleting yourself, so you look skinny fat because you're not having glycogen in your muscles.
It's not really like skinny fat. It's flat.
Yeah,
Like you can still see the definition, but it doesn't look as full as what it usually does.
yeah. There's no glycogen pulled into your muscles, and you just accidentally ate less than a lettuce, and your body just doesn't do it. You look flat, right? And flat, I mean skinny fat, French fry. It looks less full, right?
Yeah.
And that's because you eat too little for your body again, and that's how you're not going to build muscle. So just
Only that one day makes the difference.
well, you have this trend over in time. You're not gaining anything at all. So that's what I mean. You're just standing still, kind of, recircling the same tissues. Because you're not consistent with trying to keep a calorie, so you're not losing all of a sudden. When you lose a fat pound because you accidentally forgot to eat or whatever, that hurts your muscle building and your metabolism.
I don't accidentally forget to eat. I eat every day and I eat a lot. However, that one meal is the one that.
But remember, didn't you tell me that you wrote that story that you forgot to eat, as in the calories just dropped and you leaned out accidentally and you noticed you had eaten something else that was something off? That was something you told me. What was that story? Remember? You had accidentally dropped the calories. You noticed you got leaner and tired. You got through all this energy thing. You were wondering what's wrong. And then you
that was when I lowered the oat bran.
Yeah, so wasn't that happening?
I increased the oat bran. I put it back to where it was.
You increased the oat bran. I'm just lost. You lost fat. You lost on the. You notice how your body just got lean and depleted, rebounced after made sure.
Well, between that and not realizing that I wasn't taking in enough fat, I was taking in 7 grams of fat versus the 50 I was supposed to take. Now I am taking in 50.
Okay, so you made that one. Now you have to stick to calories being in the range, because unless you count, I don't trust at all that the lettuce was the same as what you had on the day when you're fuller. It might also be that after leg day it depleted, you didn't carb up, you didn't have carbs enough for that, and then you look flatter. It might be just a random that you're getting adaptation to your new medications or whatever. It might be just a regular fluke. It might be an inflammation. It might be a cold. So much, and you can't base it on the acute change. You see? So
Well,
maybe,
the only reason why I'm bringing it up because it was more noticeable because I used to train legs on Wednesday. So on Tuesday, that was my big meal where I had everything. I never switched the meals around. So now I train legs on Thursday, but that salad is still the day before. I'm thinking that it's probably just not enough to do my leg workout for Thursday.
Well, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying. So, listen, wait, Pavel, wait. At least you have to remember the difference between volume and satiety and calories. You cannot go on a fat loss calorie when you're at your level now. You're just a fool for not admitting that. You have to be more of, if you want to build muscle at your level, you have to be precise with that, just like someone who wants to lean out, because you have to stick to that lean building amount, or you're just gonna be skinny. I mean, if you want that, but I know you want to have, muscles, right? Yeah.
Let's see if Nancy Antonucci or Steph has a question. Nancy, do you have a question?
Yes, good. But just at least think about it and then let me know when you have reflected on what I said, okay? Yeah.
Nancy, you have your microphone muted.
I can't see her, so.
Hello. I don't have a question yet, but I'm thinking.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, great. Nice to see you. And I want to say that I love seeing how you are working it, and there's less of frustration at all, and you just enjoy learning. I love seeing that. Especially with your kids too, that give, you know how I am, I'm so blunt with that, and I'm just saying that big respect for that.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Steph, do you have a question? I can't see you, but maybe you can hear.
I didn't put my video on. I haven't done my hair. Just kidding. So transitioning from one challenge to another, normally we do a deload. I don't need to, right? Because I haven't really been consistent, right?
Yeah, you just keep on
Working. Yeah.
Wait, I've been on you. This Stephanie De La Pena, okay, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So I have to messenger because you don't go off my radar. When someone is like as complicated as you and just like everyone else, I just am on you like a pit bull. So
I know.
So I was so proud of you for, getting over your own wanting to be overwhelmed. So I said, when I told Stephanie, when she said this, I got 3 workouts in today. And I'm like, what happened? You said you don't have time for that. And then she said, well, one day I had. I said, okay, but just so you know how I think. It's better to start small and work it up until it's normal part of your life before you add more, because it's very easy to be overzealous and then just become overwhelmed again. So that was what I just wanted Stephanie to understand, and she completely got it. But Stephanie, I'm so proud of you for what you decided, really.
No, thank you.
So remember now, when you feel that your body might not lose weight or something, remember now your body does not maybe need to lose weight before it builds muscle when you have learning to eat. So just focus on those 2 things. They're consistent with eating without one day starving and then do it all. And then don't train more than just what you did right now.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
For 2 weeks more, just do that. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I can't see you, Yunuen Jimenez. If you want to ask a question, you're more than welcome.
From Mexico City, but she lives somewhere else.
Okay. All right. She's not responding, so no question. All right. Oh, yep, she is. Yeah, I can hear you. You have the mute button.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. My English is not that good, but I'm keep trying to follow. It's like my body right now is stopped. It doesn't like to lose any weight. But I know after like 4 or 5 weeks, I start losing the weight. I don't know. I think my metabolism is a little slow.
Optimal. This is normal. What you do, it takes 5 to 6 weeks to get enough work before you're gonna see it. You are doing it exactly right. I never got leaner before I have just committed to myself 5, 6 weeks of every day without refeeds, whatever. 15 to 1700 every day, and cardio and training, everything. And that is my level. So yes, you're doing it exactly the same way. Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
And you've seen Lisa Cheek in the group, right?
Yes.
Yes. She can probably share some stories because she probably has similar issues. Or am I wrong, Pauline?
Yeah, you are wrong, Pavel. You're not. I mean, the thing is that Yunnan just needs to listen to what I say every day here. Pretty much just keep going. It takes longer time than you want, and that is all to remember. So at times, reading other stories can be more confusing. That's why some people just need one voice. In fitness culture, I remember everyone who said competing, only have one coach, because if you listen to more, you're never going to get through it. You're going to be paralyzed. They was like everyone just knew. You cannot listen to everyone. Like, we were like that, like robots. But that's how we get it done.
Jimenez, only listen to Pauline.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Michelle's got her hand up.
Pauline, I'm going to bring up Leanne's question that you wanted to address today that I think a lot of people struggle with, is getting the trifecta of hitting your calories, your veggie volume, and your protein. When Leanne focuses on getting in her veggies, then she's short on her protein, or she's short on her calories. She's having trouble getting everything in line and was wanting a little bit of advice on how do you do that.
Who is Leanne? What is her last name?
In Asia Pacific, Leanne.
Okay, so the number one problem here is that it's every day is figure it out by not committing to a certain meal plan for a certain time. Everyone who tries to change their health know there's a reason why people do meal delivery, because that makes you put the same in the system. So it's much better for everyone's sanity and get results to look at a plan, the menus. We have curated menus for a reason, and you make your own, or you have me help. I make the plan, now you're committed, because it's foolish to think you're going to work on a new meal every time when you're a full-time job and you are figuring it out. It's too many variables go wrong. So then you already have the protein range and you have everything in line. And again, I have Leanne and I have talked about this, or I tried to do it. you're never going to be the person who eats 5 pounds of vegetables. You got to get over yourself. You are going to be the small eater who just have to have the vegetables that fills the least amount, that I think is for health. That is 500 grams if it's leafy spinach, arugula, dark, boring salad stuff. But and kale, because kale is like 50 calories and it's cruciferous and it's loose looking. But if you choose potatoes and carrots, you're going to have like a lot of weight, but it's not going to be kind of the real good vegetables. Then it's 1,000 grams. So here it comes down to, if I know Leon is using lotus root, it's going to be like potato style, so it's less volume. You're a small eater, you still pick the small things that gets you in trouble. That's the problem with the flat belly, and it's very common in Asia where everyone eats small, but you still don't have the lean body, because you forget it's what you eat. It's not only about food volume. Everyone loves to be flat belly until they realize what happened when you are trying to be starved all the time with no sensation of fullness because you're not eating. Everyone is so scared of eating, and that's what happens. So 1, commit to a plan that I like to eat this for 1 week. If you can't commit 1 week, you're not really going to succeed in fitness life. That's just how it is. 2, know that you're going to vary your plan. 3, are you sure you can't hit your macro protein, or you believe so? Because if you don't hit it, you're just picking the wrong kind of meals. You're picking desserts. So I need to see what Michelle, I just want to see what she adds up to that she thinks is a problem. Because if it's on the low end, I think she's just making a problem what isn't. Because she's listening to people say, highest level of protein always. Like, no, why? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll follow up with her.
Thank you. Well, I can do it too if I remember, but I probably won't. Tell her to reach out to me and message her, so I talk to her there. Yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah, Trina, Michelle, Beach Life, Darcy, Ludmilla, Havel.
No, okay, then I'm gonna say something then. Okay, here are my policies for different things. Okay, we have my VIP works like this. The clients who need someone who keeps themselves accountable, who meets me one-on-one, who do not want to be in a community where everyone's going to read your post, who needs my help with customizing workouts, injuries, nutrition, planning for your social gatherings, your date dinners, your flat belly attempt, all the stuff that I cannot deal with each one of you in 30-minute sessions and having text. I have the package of 4 and you get 1 for free. And then we have the back to the fitness competition, contest prep coaching. Remember last long time ago when I had the competition prep, that was a rate then that you have a weekly check-in with me to keep you to not forget yourself. And then you have me on the text spiral. So it's like having me as a buddy, and you have those to check in, because here's the thing. The community here is like amazing. You're going to read stories. You're going to get the best education. I'm there. It's like a cheap way to get the best stuff ever. But a lot of you do not use it because you have the same tendency of feeling feared and shamed and guilty when you mess up again. That is the whole group of clients who just feel embarrassed. And I'm just like, okay, you got to pay a little bit more, but I'm here to listen. So that option we have, I just need to throw it out there, because if you wonder what I'm doing when I'm not here, I'm dealing with these clients, and it's such a big thing here. You notice how everyone is like thinking this is the only one. I was there too. That is why it's my passion to get people out of there. Because isn't it crazy? Just think about this. All the coaches who teach you the different diets and what to do are following the same prison mindset, ending up the same way. And they are the ones who you then defend is right, and they stick to the program. Because they always say, you are weak, stay strong, you just stick to your diet. They don't. That's all I need to say. I mean, I'm not saying anything, just that is how it is, right? So that's what I wanted to say about that. Pavel, 3 minutes before you're going to mute me.
Yes, used to.
I'm too excited. I just love that. I just love when I'm like, oh, we're so tired. I mean, like, me too.
Super excited. Well, you have 3 minutes. You should use your 3 minutes.
Oh, what am I going to do? I have to get the cord. Okay, guys. Nancy, are you sure you don't have anything? Or, yeah, I think you have something. How are your routines? How's your shoulder doing?
My shoulder pretty well. Yeah, I've been doing all the warm-ups, and I've been doing Trina's and Michelle's and rotating them.
Okay, so then I have another thing. I have no time for that anymore because I have something you're gonna. Oh wow, love. Okay, I love that. Michelle Serda is one of those really badass promoters of what we do. So I'm really grateful for people who keep on showing the dedication. Like, I'm so grateful. That means those people I kind of like to help more. So I'm trying to see if I can get Michelle to have her, her once every 2 weeks or one-on-one with me so she can show, so I can give her more routines for her shoulders, for her butt, for her adductors, so she can customize, and that is to pay for, to be so helpful for me in the community. That's how I work. I work that way because I need all these kind of injury things that you need. And I want to tell Michelle that I thought about the butterfly when we talked the other day. We have one of those one-on-one, that if you keep on feeling it, it's always stuck. That is a typical sign you have the tear. So then you might want to look into PRP. You might also need to take that time off. So I want to follow up on that talk because I really need to know exactly what, so we can focus on your training on all other areas. So that's what I have in plan, what I want to do. Okay, so all you guys who have special needs or wanting, remember, I customize workouts. I just can't give that to everyone. I'm just one person. And that is a whole other price model. But that is what I'm back to. I love doing both of those things. Okay, I'm done. Oh, it's 12:30 almost. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Pauline. And I think this will be the last academy for this group. So I'm sure I'll see all of you in the next group, but just want to take the opportunity to say thank you very much to Pauline. Thank you to all of you.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone, because here's good. This is the last Fighterdiet Academy. If you want to have this again, included FD8 September. That's it. That's only. Okay, I'm done.